So hi guys, if you just downloaded SupaSidebar or you are about to, this guide gets you up and running in under 5 minutes. So let's get started. Simply click on download and you have two options, send it to your email or just direct download. I am direct downloaded for now. As you can see, here's the download option. You can just click on it and it will directly open this interface where you can simply drag and drop SupaSidebar to applications and it will be downloaded. The other way to download is Homebrew. As you can see, there is a command here. You can simply copy it and paste it here and SupaSidebar will be downloaded. And then you can simply search SupaSidebar and it will open. Let me take you through the onboarding. Let's get started. Now there are four options. Each set up different default settings for SupaSidebar, like workspace switcher will focus more on spaces and ability to see your current open tabs. Browser sidebar will allow the sidebar to attach to your browser. And minimal launcher will keep it very minimal, like something like this. You can select one or all of these and defaults will be set up according to you. So let's start with the browser sidebar because it is the most loved feature. Let's continue. So this onboarding is set up in such a way you can see the changes live. And for that we need permissions. So there are two permissions required. One is accessibility and other is browser automation permissions. Accessibility permissions allows things like ability the sidebar to move with your browser and view the current open links. These are all possible because of accessibility permissions. And the other permission is automation permission, which is required for the shortcuts like copy shortcuts to copy the URL or save shortcut to save the link. So after you have provided permissions, we can move on. So let's go on. This screen helps you set up how you want to open the sidebar. So there are three options: keyboard shortcut, mouse to edge, and floating button. So mouse to edge is very simple. When you move the mouse to the edge, the sidebar will appear, and when you move out, it will disappear. Other is floating button, which is this button, draggable. Simply click to open or close the sidebar, or right click to visit settings and just close the sidebar. Then there is obviously keyboard shortcut, which you can set from here. And then let's continue. So where should the sidebar appear? Now there are two options, which is attached to browser or independent. So attached to browser simply means if you open a browser like Safari and open the sidebar, it will attach to the browser. Independent means it will stay on the side. You can move it. You can decide to move it to either side from this three dot menu. And this applies to even the smart attach, as you can see. So the next option is what should the sidebar show. You can select multiple things like currently open tabs, browsing history, or neither. Okay, so currently open tabs is basically the ability to see all the open tabs across the browsers. So browsing history lets you see your browsing history across the browsers, because for example this was open in Safari, and as I click here you can see the Wikipedia appears. And the third one is basically neither. You want the sidebar to be clean and just your saved things. I will for now select the current open tabs and let's move on. Now, how much space do you want the sidebar to take? There's this small tip, you can drag the sidebar as well. But here there are two options, full sidebar or compact mode. Compact mode lets you see the sidebar in just the favicon size. Let's select full sidebar and continue. Now, should the sidebar auto hide? For example, there's an option to always keep it visible or auto show or hide. If I am on a browser, it will stay open. But when I open something else, for example, terminal, the sidebar automatically hides. When I open it again, the sidebar appears again. This is especially useful for the smart attach feature. As you can see, if I click on terminal, it disappears. But when I click on the browser again, it appears again. Now let's continue. It will be really helpful if you can tell me where you found the app and basically write a phrase or any information what you were searching for. So let's continue for now. This screen helps you set up the save tab and copy URL shortcuts. Automation permission is required for this one. As I told you in the starting, you can set it here. Now let's continue. Now it is very easy to import your bookmarks as well. For example, for Safari, you will have to provide full disk permission, but for others, nothing is necessary. It will directly import. As you can see, Chrome import has been done and all my Chrome bookmarks are already here. Now let's skip it for now and your sidebar is ready. Now here you can see there's one more shortcut to set. This is basically command panel. This is one of my favorite features in SupaSidebar. As you can see, it is currently showing all the live open tabs, and I can move between the tabs like this. Very convenient. Or I can even search anything by simply pressing slash. You can see there are a lot of options available. This lets me search in recent live tabs saved, even specific websites like YouTube, Reddit, and for example, you can see all your folders and go to any folder instantly. So it makes things very convenient. And now when you click start using SupaSidebar, it will set up your workspace and this screen will appear. My trial has expired, but yours will be available and 7-day trials will be started. Now let me show you some quick tips. For example, you need to make sure you check out this three-dot menu. It provides you all the quick options. For example, there's full screen option and then there is compact mode. Also make sure you check out keyboard shortcuts. There are tons of keyboard shortcuts available for all the keyboard shortcut lovers. For example, you are easily able to switch between spaces or open your pin tabs very easily like this. You can check out the other videos on the channel to learn more about SupaSidebar and all the advanced tips and tricks to improve your browsing speed and productivity. Thanks for watching.